To the hills. Hey, how's it going, everybody? a little voice crack there. Look, welcome to the lunch rush. Amateur Hour Arcade. How's it going? Great, I hope, for your sake. You're about to hang out with me for the next hour or so. Gonna be playing Iron Maiden in the studio for probably the last time, which I'm sure some of you are probably super stoked about. In addition to playing Iron Maiden in the studio for the last time, I think it might be the last time that we are playing in this studio. We've got a potential. Well, actually, we're going to be moving to a new space. It's a definite. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So let's get started while we wait for everybody. Things looking pretty good. Doing a little checkaroo. Yep. So I'm going to be sad to leave this office, but I think it's going to be for the best. You know what? I got one more thing. Just realized. Where are we at? There we go. Much better. And you know what? I want. Yeah, it seems like my settings change like all the time. Who knows? All right, Sheepwalla, thank you for the follow. Gamma Goat, thank you for the follow. Yeah, cool. So let's get playing. You No agenda, just messing around. Here, in the not too distant future, we're going to start doing the our tutorials. But otherwise, yeah, just going to be messing around. Hanging out, having fun with the friends, the peeps, the dudes, dudettes, and go from there. If you're new to the stream, one focus that I like to do is just to show what us peons are capable of. You know, I try to break a game down to make it a little easier for us who are not up to the professional standards, so to speak. We're not pinball wizards. Can't always be. And in fact, most of us don't want to be pinball wizards, right? Trying to figure a good way to get that last drop target down safely, please. Whew. Not a good way to start. Do it. Yep. Got the epic donkey kick happening. That right ramp. Here, what do you want me to do with you? What do you want me to do with you? Out of the way, you out of the way, and get that out of the way for real, right? A bummer. Gonna bring up the stream. Just want to make sure it's playing okay. You never know. Sometimes it got issues, right? I forgot I had a ball on my flip. Looks pretty smooth to me. If you notice any delays, let me know. It should not be delaying, but never know. Looking pretty good. All right. Woo! I said, to the bed. Come on. Come on. I get it? Yep. Woo! I love this game. Keeps me all puckered up. I think it was that well done. Me, but hey, who am I? Nope. An alright ball one. Say some myself. Good. Okay, what do we got cooking? That was an okay ball one. 100 odd. Where I've hit that multiple times. Let's see if we can start Super Trouper multi-ball. I really just wanted to start Mummy anyways. Dang it. Whew. That.
That wrapped up nicely. Shoot the right orbit.
Why am I having so much? That right? Who knows? Not mean to get my cannon shot there, but I'll take it. A little embarrassing. Come on. Getting anything. Woo, okay. Should have started 2 times scoring. I didn't. Sorry. Too busy winning. Just kidding. Woo. On 1 danger, right? That sounds right. Begins to time. Woo! Flip that. Love seeing all these lads. Nope. 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 Yep. Nice to win this round, but I want to die. Okay.
Shoot up the middle.
Ah.
Mystery level 2.
Isn't too bad. Could have done better on the plunge. Okay. I'll get it next time. Calm down. Focus up. No more chances. All right. Try this again. No!
Collect the Pharaoh's tomb treasure. Shoot the right orb.
Woo!
Ball 2 locked.
Whoops! Did not mean to do that. All right. To cure the dark or not? I'm gonna skip it. I really just want to get my mummy card. Nope.
Ball 3 locked.
All right. Begin the charge. I don't need the. Right into Cyborg. Right into Cyborg if you. What do we need? Ramps. Oh, almost. One ramp. Oh, I'm asking. Nope. That's okay. Not going to tempt me into something I do. Thank you very much. All right.
Shoot up the middle. Block is lit.
Really need to work on me, I guess. Nope, nope. That lock. Come on. Ah. Close enough. I'm going to check my focus. That's pretty good. And we just did. Especially in these trying times. Many letters as I can get. Nope. A little too hard. A little too hard. Whew. Make it all this way.
Mystery level 1. Lock is lit. Shoot the right orbit.
All right.
Mystery level 2.
Ah. Oh wait. Coming back. It's no.
That wrapped up
They're doing it the hard way, aren't I?
mystery level 1.
All right.
Shoot up the middle.
Gotta get. Golly. Been doing like anything. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. There it is.
Watch out!
Well, that was an okay first game. Who do we got? We got Sheep Wallace. So SWA. Voila. Thank you for the follow. Lurking in chat. I'll find you out. Better fess up. Bang Bang Boogie. Dual Brother. Luxor. Windsock. Aren't following. That follow button lets me know you want more pinball.
Good shot! Summon Eddie to light battle.
Ah. That ball was pretty good. It was 140 million before. Hey. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, Dual Bro. Dual Bro, what's your main gig? You do pinball, arcade games, virtual pinball, lurking. What do you like? Hold on. I missed it. Oh well. Cool. Yeah, I have another guy who stops in there every now and again. Who's he does plays metal on the string on his good. Got a new chat. All right, there we go. Well, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I dig Maiden. Old school big 80s band, Pantera, Anthrax, Slayer. Some of the smaller bands. Yeah, so honestly, so step one is just play a ton of pinball, right? To getting better. But honestly, from there, From there, I'd say it's about ball control. Like, it's just playing a lot of pinball. That'll help you get better. Learning the rules is important because if you don't know where you're aiming, it can get, it can get really tricky. So knowing that if I hit mummy a bunch of times and then I lock a ball and then I hit mummy a bunch more times, gets me in a mummy multi-ball or power slave multi-ball, that helps. Knowing to drop targets down here and then that lights locks for Trouper multi-ball, how to start modes, things like that. So just like typically on the glass on the left side or the right side, right where you're playing, you'll have the rules. That's a good place to start. Watching streams like this, a lot of guys and ladies will stream and do like a tutorial. So that's another big thing. But then also just in general, and this helps as you're playing more and more, just ball control, being able to, plunge where you want it and be able to stop the ball, be able to catch the ball, stop the ball, be able to react where the ball is going, being able to see some of those angles. If it's about to roll off, being able to know how to stop it, things like, and it's just stuff with practice, that you learn. Not draining, for instance, not bricking your shots. That helps a lot. And the unfortunate, the good thing is a lot of the skills that you learn translate to other machines. The bad thing is the way that some machines are set up. Some Iron Maidens, for instance, are really rough. Some are a lot easier. So. I'd say once. Hey, how's it going? Ian. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So I'll show you. Like and you'll probably see it here. If it's going slow enough, like nudging is probably the skill that you'll save for last, maybe, because it's a very nuanced skill. But just knowing, if the ball's heading to an out lane, I'm gonna bump it. There's little bumpers. They're called posts. Typically here, there's like a blue one up here, and then there's a black one right down here. There's a yellow one. You might be able to see it. There's a yellow one right here, and then there's a black one right here. So knowing when the ball is going towards those, being able to kind of nudge it, it's called nudging, being able to I'm hitting the table, either up or left or right, and that helps a lot. And if it's coming straight down the middle, typically there's going to be a bias. So it's going to be slightly to the left or slightly to the right. And then doing things like slap saves, where if it's coming and it's close to my left flipper, I'm hitting the machine and hitting the flipper at the same time. And what that does is it gets the flipper just a little bit further over to catch that ball, so it's not going down the middle. And you'll see me do stuff like that. By no means am I, should have probably done it there. By no means am I an expert, but that's the basics. Yep, absolutely, yeah. So the other thing to take into account is, if I shake it too hard, it's going to get mad at me, right? So if I keep shaking it, it's going to get more mad. If I keep shaking it, game will end, right? So it's knowing where the tilt bob is, how sensitive it is. So I know that the tilt bob on this is, sensitive enough I can tilt it, but not so sensitive that I can't, get away with a couple. Now, the tilt bob tends to be more sensitive going left to right or right to left, not so much going forward to back. So that's why, high pause? Can't see. Hit pause. Hit pause. That's what hit pause was saying. That's why you can nudge forward. You don't get quite the hey, hit pause. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. You don't get quite as much of that action. The way that the tilt bob is resting in the hook, it doesn't move as easily going forward and back. So yeah, I'll mess up and here as soon as I can, and then we'll do some nudging. And sometimes, I mean, you'll see that like sometimes luckily I had my ball save going on there. Sometimes I will do big saves. So there, it was going for the out lane, right there, going for the out lane. And it's knowing when there's enough momentum to not have to do it. So I saw it was going towards the out lane, but I knew there was enough momentum, it was going to come back, right? Also, I find that your first line of defense is the top of your slings here and here. That's for your first line of defense. So if it's coming towards the out lane, just doing that front bump can hit it off the sling and, maybe bounce it off there, go up here, bounce it up, go over. So that's just one way. Yes. Knowing when not to nudge, knowing when not to flip is the hard part. So that just comes with practice, just messing around. Make friends, I say, so that was a slap save. Make friends with people who own pinball machines. There, might as well tilt out. Come on. I like when it tilts. Make friends with people at pinballs. Most people are pretty cool. They're willing to share. And then it'll allow you to practice a lot. When you're spending 50, 75 cents, $1 per game, especially when you're first starting out, it can make it very, very frustrating. If you can find a place that's cheap, typically if there's a deal, if there's like $2 gets you 3 games, I'll always do that, especially on a game that I don't know very well. Playing, watching tutorials, chatting with people, trying new things. Everybody's got their own style. There's another slap save. So they're all, all those were coming close to my flipper. I lost it. They were coming close to my flipper, but not enough that it was gonna. Some games will even have, skill shots. So knowing where some of the skill shots are. So that's like, knowing how far back I'm pulling the plunger, letting it go, things like that. So cool. What other questions do you have? What big problems do you seem to run into? Like I said before, the big thing is just practicing, playing all pinball you can, practicing different ball skills, different ways to stop the ball, control the ball, drop catches, dead flips, things like that. And then knowing the rules. I think knowing the rules are just as important as being able to control the ball, because you don't know, like right now I know if I hit, this green shot or that green shot, I get a lock towards Trouper multi-ball. If I keep hitting the little captive ball here and spell mummy, it's going to start my power slave multi-ball. And then you can make a decision from that and say, all right, well, what do I know I'm good at shooting? What's a safe shot? So that's a dead flip where I'm just letting it hit or a dead bounce sometimes. I'm letting it hit it, bounce over. Sometimes bigger moves are called for. Ugh, that looks terrible. I lose my settings every time. But that's good enough. Ooh, that's dark. Every time this song starts, I don't know why, but I always think of breaking the law. That's just what I hear at the beginning. I just hear breaking the law, and then it comes in. I'm like, oh wait, no, it's 2 minutes. All right, enough mess. Do it. Yes, and not every game has a skill shot, but some games the skill shot, like Ghostbusters, the skill shot is like essential. At least the way the code's written now. If you don't get the skill shot in Ghostbusters, you are out of luck. Just knowing, like I said before, knowing when to just do subtle flip. Becoming comfortable. So right now what I'm trying to do is get to Battle the Beast. I don't need to get through the modes, I just need to start them. So for now, I'm going to ignore the modes, and playing pinball is a lot of geometry. I was looking at how that was arcing, and I could see it wasn't going to go out. So, hey, thanks for the follow. So I know for this multi-ball, I have to hit a certain amount of switches and then hit the captive ball. And my add-a-ball is on the ramp. Gotta hit both ramps. There it is. Then to get the super jackpot, got to do that 5 times. However many letters are in Mummy. And then each letter gets progressively more difficult. So, you know, you start out with 15 switches, and then it I think it ends up at like 40 something.
Mystery level 1.
I find that the pops and the spinners tend to give me the most switch hits. Bummer. Pretty good one. Ah, that was a good one. Prioritizing shots, that's another big thing. Knowing when it's worth the risk and when it's not worth the risk to try a shot, especially depending upon how comfortable you are with the shot. One thing people say, and I've had some luck with this, what would really up your game is playing with one hand, just playing with just your left hand and understanding when you can let the ball bounce. Kind of important too, I find. Find that if you focus on Mummy letters, they're pretty easy to get. The super bummer is I had all those 40 switches lit for this Mummy letter, but of course I didn't cash that jackpot in, so now I have 40 more switches I need to hit. It's knowing little nuanced shots. Or nuanced things like so since I'm in Flight of Icarus and I have Mummy going on, both Flight of Icarus and Mummy shots are yellow. So knowing when little shake there, save the ball.
Ball 2 locked.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Mystery level
I fell in love with this. I find that this one is, I love it because I really like Lord of the Rings, and this has a lot of the things I like about Lord of the Rings, but it's updated. There's like even deep, Lord of the Rings was deep. This is even deeper. It even has a lot more nuances to go for. Extra Fries, like that name. I'll take Extra Fries. So the bummer is, well, you know what? We do need to get Trouper anyways. We're looking good for, Mummy's doing pretty well. Thank you for the follow, Extra Fries. I appreciate it. What part of the world are you in? There it is. All right, now it's all gravy. Now it is all gravy. San Antonio. I used to live in. Used to live in Austin. Had some friends in San Antonio. You're not too far. So who's in San Antonio? I think Deep Root, maybe. Deep Root Pinball. San Antonio. Miss Austin, Miss Texas, but I don't know if you heard the news. They are about to legalize brass knuckles in Texas, so get your brass knuckles out. They are just about ready to be legalized. So carry them every day if you wanted. When I first read the article, I thought it said brass knuckles will be outlawed in Texas. Other way around, they're going to legalize them. For some reason I thought brass knuckles were already legal. That's cool, bells and chimes. I am in Columbus, Ohio, home to the Women Pinball Tournament Champion 2019, Holly. Bunch of other higher profile players. Me on my toes. Yeah. Times that is not a good move. Nope. San Antonio. Yeah, you know, when I was living in Austin, donkey kick. When I was living in Austin, I didn't really get an opportunity to hang out in San Antonio very often. I'd go to Schlitterbahn, and that's about as far as I'd get going south. Fix that camera. That's pretty good. Open carry samurai swords. Okay, cool. Down with that. You know, as long as you're open about it, why not? So right now I'm working on I want to get to Beast. Mummy has been thwarting me past week or so. I don't think I've finished Mummy in the last week. Nope. I could have. That's okay. Thank you. Oh. Instant replacement. What are we going for? Oh, mummy. Woo! Probably still had a grace period there, but I wasn't about to find out. What was that? I think that was one warning. I think that was just one warning. You know what kills me is the letters that I had qualified but didn't collect on. I get it? Nope. Ah. Slow down. Oh, golly. Thank God. Got one more then. Yeah, take care. Yeah, have a good one.
Shoot up the middle.
I did not want to waste that, but
Great shot.
Sarcophagus lock. Aces Mystery level 1.
not hitting anything. Whew. Come on. That is real flail fest. There we go.
enter the tomb if you dare.
Do I dare?
Shoot the right orbit.
I do not dare. Do not dare. All right.
Lock is lit. Shoot the right orbit.
Really want that mummy.
Nice sweep. Mystery level 1.
Yeah.
Skill shot.
Let's check where our next picture. Huh. There is definitely another extra ball here.
Ball 2 locked.
Sweet baby Jesus. Wow. This is not cool. Ah, thank God. Thank God. Ah. Okay. Now we just got to get Cyborg in 2 minutes. Ooh, I had Cyborg lit. Whew. Hot. What are we looking at? All right, we're gonna play for maybe another, I don't know, half hour. I take requests. I also take bribes. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Do what I can.
Shoot white arrows to summon Eddie. Mystery level 1.
Do one little thing.
Shoot up the middle. At 8 o'clock. Mystery level 2. Block is lit.
Nope.
Shoot the orb.
Nope. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. I'll give you a little entertainment.
Great shot. Shoot up the middle.
Trying to do work and play at the same time. Ask me how that's going. If you aren't already, hit that follow button, by the way. Lets me know you like watching me play pinball. If you really like watching me play pinball, you can subscribe. Give me a bit, 1 bit, 2 bits. I take all bits. And if you have nothing to offer, that's fine as well. Just say hello. I like it when people say hi. I stole that from Lore, I think. Ah. All right. What else is? Probably should get that extra ball. No. Indeed. Didn't need that extra ball.
Skill shot. Let's go.
It'll come back.
Mystery level 1.
Nope.
Shoot up the middle. I said shoot the ball.
Get it? No, last minute. At last minute. Oh well. That was a pretty pitiful score for played. Nope. Nope. Not enough time. Would have had it. Anywho, whew. All right, we're gonna finish up this game and then we'll be done. Darn already, hit that follow button. Cost you nothing, but it warms my heart. And I'm thinking tomorrow I will be playing Road Kings from my home arcade. Finish this up and we'll chit chat for a minute. What? Good way to finish up the stream. If anybody has a request as far as any virtual tables, I love going through rules and learning new rules and learning new techniques and whatnot. So happy to take any requests for the future. Chat me up. Nope. Do it.
Mystery level 3.
Hey, how's it going? Ah, bummer. Hey, Bits and Beer. You have some of the most impeccable timing ever. Just finishing up my stream. But you know what? I'm gonna play one more game. Just because you decided to. I feel bad. Do it. Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I'll just stop the stream now. Just kidding. I'm gonna play one more game. It was fun watching you stream yesterday. In fact, I was actually on Verizon's website yesterday looking at upping my my data limit.
Light battle.
Because I would love, I have access to some really good arcades, and to be honest, most of them are down for giving me internet. They've got, one of them streams in their own right. Too much net. Oh, you know what it is? That's good enough. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm looking into it. What you have you just have an unlimited plan, or you you have a hotspot that you use?
Sarcophagus lock. Flight of Icarus.
Oops. Let's try that. Lot of work just for Pinball, but hey, I believe in quality. There we go. Right. Oh, okay. So you're just using their internet there. Smart. Yeah, I normally stream at 5 megabytes. But yeah, I think if I went down to 720 and streamed at 720/30 maybe even, or 720/60, and I could probably get pretty good stream going. Whoops. So this is a Sony EA50, and then I have a Sony. HXR MC1 for my DMD cam, my LCD. So yeah, so I'm a video producer, so I have some. These are like they're junk cam. They're cameras we just don't use anymore. But they're really good for here. They do everything I need and get a nice picture. It inspired me to play one last game because that one was so terrible. Okay. And then I use a lot of lights, optimize. I do a lot of streaming for work too. So I kind of understand the limitations and where you can cut corners to make room for other things. Yeah, I spent quite some time screwing around with the display. I like where I'm at with it. Ah. The good news is, like I said, I'm doing my own lighting. I have the cameras I use, the software I use. It gives me a lot of leeway, a lot of options. Let's start multi. Let's start multi. Wow. Nope. Oh well. Ugh. Those Logitech cams are pretty good, but the thing that really I don't like about them is, there are many things, but probably the biggest thing is that you don't have very much control over them as far as your exposure, your focus, things like that. That would just drive me crazy. Trying to, correct, rather than just dial it in and be like, okay, that's the right one. Bummer. All right. Oh, right. Yeah. And honestly, you know what? They're good cameras for what they are. Yeah. So that's a big, like, when I take my stuff to a location, it is a challenge because I have a big iMac, I have a bunch of big stands. Digital zoom will, it just ruins your picture. And anything, phone, camera, webcam, digital zoom, just kill you. But yeah, in order for me to bring all the stuff, I have two flow lights that are about 2 feet, 2 feet by about maybe 8 or 9 inches wide. Those are two of them. And I have my stands and my camera and blah blah blah. And it's a two tripper. I have to load myself down and point them up. So, all right, everybody. Well, I appreciate you and myself. I appreciate myself. And as always, at the Go Pinball stream, we believe in promoting a positive outlook on mental health, and we all have rough points in our life. And if you find yourself in a rough point, ask for help. Don't. You're not alone, no matter what. Even if it's, take care. Even if you just want to reach out to me, I'm happy to chat as much as I can. Get in line, and if you got a friend who's struggling, give them a hand. The biggest thing is to know that they're not alone and that somebody is there and wants to help them. So with that, I bid you adieu. Take care of yourselves. Be excellent, and I will leave you with a couple PSAs to round it out. Take care. See you later. And yeah, tomorrow probably, I don't know. Tomorrow sometime I'll put it up on the page, probably around lunchtime. I'll be streaming Road Kings. All right, take care. Bye.
Every year, millions of Americans are exposed to a contagious virus.
It's not a disease.
But it's toxic.
It's not genetic.
But we're all at risk. You can contract it from a stranger or a friend.
You can catch it at the movies
Or by listening to a song.
And if you spent even a minute on the internet,
You've definitely been exposed.
What is this virus? It's stigma.
Stigma.
It's stigma.
stigma may not directly affect you.
But it harms the 1 in 5 Americans living with mental health conditions.
Stigma promotes an environment of shame.
Fear and silence.
which prevents millions of people from seeking help.
Stigma isn't just harmful. You also risk coming across as a real jerk.
But there's good news.
The National Alliance on Mental Illness believes stigma towards mental illness is 100% curable.
And it's pretty easy to find out if you have it.
So do yourself and everyone a favor.
Go to curestigma.org and get tested for stigma.
Psycho, nutcase, schizo. You may not realize it, but these terms, often used to describe someone with a mental health condition, can be very harmful. In a country where 1 in 5 people are affected by a mental illness, it's time for all of us to step up and change the conversation. When the discussion on mental illness focuses on fear instead of hope, people struggling with these conditions get caught up in the judgment and shame attached to them. They become lost in all the talk and harmful words, and they may not get the support they need. But we can help by directing our loved ones to places like NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, for life-saving resources. Just because someone's struggle isn't obvious on the outside doesn't mean they aren't hurting on the inside. We need to see the person, not the condition. Join me. Pledge to be stigma-free.
If you could know what's on his mind, if your heart could feel the way her heart feels, if you could understand what's happening on the inside. But kids don't wear their thoughts on their sleeves. So it's time to give them a voice. It's time to answer the unanswered questions. That's why at Nationwide Children's Hospital, we're making mental health care and research a priority. We must better understand and treat children's mental illness to help kids everywhere. But research is vastly underfunded, so we need your help. Together, we can transform children's mental health. Learn more at onoursleeves.org.